All right, let's take a look at the outside. Right here you have it's retracted, but you have the awning. That switch was right as you enter, even before you step in by the two light switches. You got to be careful with it on windy days. Here's the entrance. Here's what my niece calls the stripper pole, helps you get in and out. Right here is the, and you really should never have to go in here, but this is the hot water heater. Down here is anything you want to store. Here is propane. All right, so propane, anytime you fill up, I mean, they're really strict about it, and rightfully so. You got a meter inside, remember, and you also have this one here. This one's a touch more accurate, but you know, either way will work. This is the on-off. When they do load you up, by law, they have to close it. Sometimes they open it, sometimes they don't, and that's where it goes in. Here's a propane. We've never done it, but if you bring tanks along, you can use that. Here are both electrical outlets. There's the electrical, there's a coaxial, and I don't know what those are. Right here is the furnace. That gets a little hot. Yeah, above that is the refrigerator exhaust. This hose we'll talk about later, but that is for flushing out the black and gray tanks. And this one, I'll leave this stored with all sorts of fun stuff for you. I'll leave the compressor for you, all these fluids. Back behind there, you can hear it, but you can't see it, is the water pump. Keep going around here. Here's storage, and this is big storage, long storage. This extends all the way to the other side of the RV. Put anything you want in there. All right, so we have, that's the rear bed slider is out, and you also see the bike rack. You need to have the bikes removed to open and close the rear slider. And we got electrical. We'll come back to it in a little bit. Here's the side slider where the wardrobe is, and the other slider is where the banquet is, or banquette. Down below up front, this first bin is the generator. Very handy to have, but not a darn thing you have to do to it. Next one over, storage. Right on the side of the banquette. It's another storage, nice for long items, lawn chairs, that sort of thing. Let's see, I don't know if we covered that. That's more storage. Here is the sewage. So let's start with the sewage. You pull into an RV park and you'll find this outlet here. You put your sewage, you take that white cap off, put your sewage end in, and you kind of see here, you always start when you're draining. You always start with the black. You pull out the black water tank. Black water tank is from the toilet and the kitchen sink. Once that's kind of out, then you pull the gray. The gray water is not the kitchen sink, is the shower and the bathroom sink. Boom, you watch it as it goes out. I do it almost daily when I'm stopped at a place. That hose we saw on the other side, that is used then to flush it out. So you drain, you know, your black tanks, your gray water tanks, and then I run the water through it. Neat little thing in here is to ease out the ride. I'll have a bike pump for you, and I get it up 70, I think is as high as I can get, but it's a really nice feature for driving. You want those two even. All right, more on the sewage. This is a really nice housing for your main hookup. I mean, it's rare to find them this nice. But our water hookups, there's that. This one runs to the other side that I showed you, and this is what you do use to clean out the tanks. Right here is a filter, or provide you with this filter. Takes out particles, but it does not take out that hose water taste that I talked to you about. Okay, so this one hooks up, and the one we have it hooked up to now is the city water connection. So what that means is it's under pressure. We have a connection here which I will provide you, which lessens the pressure from the city water, say a park, a friend's house, your house. If you don't use that, you will blow out all the pipes inside, all the connections inside. So this just lessens the pressure on it. Will be provided to you. It's fantastic to have this in an RV because it's just like in a home. You can have running water 24/7. Okay, same thing. You can put the water into the water tank. I think there's like a 40-gallon water tank that you travel with. Say you're going to stay somewhere where there is no water hookup. This is great to have because then you have 40-45 gallons of water. Just keep the shower short. But everything else will work just the same. You'll have hot water, you'll have running water, you'll be able to flush, all that good stuff. Okay, electric. You go to an RV park, you have a 50, 30, or 20 amp service, I think. If you got 50, go for the 50. They might charge you a few more bucks, but it's that way everything on the inside is going to work. You can have a lot of things going on. So, obviously I'll provide you with this cable. It's a twist lock cable. Then you go over this, again, this sweet hook. So here's the cable. Here's the end of it. This is the 30 amp one. Well, I will provide you with the 50 amp adapter, which is really nice. And then you got breakers and everything else right next to it. That's the 30 amp. If they don't have a 50 amp, you have a 30 amp connection there. If you go to a friend's house, mooch dock, plug in there, I have an adapter for you to get into their 110 20 amp service, so you can run the furnace, most everything inside.